Hey, welcome to So Awkward. It's me, Don.
And I'm Jester.
And it's Funko Friday. So back when we first started doing Funko Friday videos, we had one video where we both wrote Funko Wishlists.
Yeah.
For Funkos that we most want to see Funko produce. And we thought it'd be fun to do more. Because since we've done that, they have released, or not released, but they've announced and shown pictures of some of our things that were on our wish list, like the Star Trek Next Generation and the X-Files. I'm not saying that we had anything to do with that.
We had nothing to do with it.
No. So we each did another top 10 Funko wish list.
Yep. My number 10.
And just remember, we went through all of our main choices in the last video. So at least I can't speak for yours, but I'm guessing my list is weird. Like
mine is very strange.
Yeah, it's a little more esoteric.
The Spice Girls.
Sure.
That's it.
Scary, baby.
Sporty, ginger, posh.
Spice Girls. So would you say that those are pops that you want, that you really want?
I really want.
My number 10 is Riddick, Vin Diesel's character from the Pitch Black Riddick movies. He was like kind of my number 11 choice from the previous video we did. I just think he'd be a funny pop. I like Vin Diesel. I like those movies. I think he'd have like the goggles.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I think it'd be fun.
My number 9 is dinosaurs.
Oh God.
The Sinclairs.
Oh God. Gotta love me.
Yes.
No. Oh.
I loved that show.
That's the worst show.
I loved it.
Oh,
I watched it every Friday night when I was little.
Oh, man.
I loved that show.
I remember being on all the time. I found it unwatchable. Gotta love me. Dinosaurs.
Yep.
Alright. My number 9, this is kind of a weird one. Civil War. Like the Civil War pops. Like, Ulysses S. Grant, General Lee, Abraham Lincoln, who was on my last list because I had U.S. presidents. Stonewall Jackson. I think it'd be fun. The blue versus the gray in pops.
I wonder if Funko would do that.
I don't know. I think it'd be neat. You could have like the Battle of Gettysburg with pops, and you could throw in the Sinclairs. Remember, these are in order from. They'll get better, maybe, or they get actually mine get weirder.
Worse.
They might get weirder.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, that's not a bad choice. That's a good. That seems inevitable. I mean, they've got Elf. They've got A Christmas Story. Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf.
Grinch. Yeah, Deadwood. From the HBO series Deadwood. Basically what I really want is like cowboys. Like I want Western pops. Like, cowboys. I like cowboys. I like Western movies.
I never watched Deadwood.
It was really good. I love it. It's one of my favorite shows. And it's got a really diverse cast. Like some cowboys, like you have some in the cowboy hats. Like Sheriff Bullock or Wild Bill Hickok. But then you'd have Al Swearingen, like the barkeep. All the hookers. Hey, if they do Game of Thrones, it doesn't get dirtier and more sexy and graphic than that. They could do Deadwood. I think it'd be fun. Sol Star. Deadwood.
My number 7 is possibly as embarrassing as 10. NSYNC. Yep.
Well, there's already NSYNC marionettes.
Which I own.
My number 7 is the Three Musketeers, which they could actually have 4 of because they have Athos, Porthos, Aramis, and D'Artagnan. And they could also have, Cardinal Richelieu, the villain, Lady de Winter. I'm thinking more like I really like the novel.
Right.
But there's so many movies also based on them. I think it'd be really fun. I like the Three Musketeers. It's a good book. Everybody should check it out.
Number 6. Twin Peaks.
Definitely.
I really want a Dale Cooper pop.
Yeah.
I think
Pop.
the log lady would be funny.
That would be super good. Leland with his gray hair.
Yeah. And they should do it just in time for the new Twin Peaks.
Maybe they will. Yeah, the new Twin Peaks.
Whenever that happens.
We'll definitely have to do a video when that comes out. A Twin Peaks theme video. The Dale Cooper pop would be the best. Harry Truman.
Yeah.
Would they have a Laurel Palmer dead wrapped in plastic pop?
They should.
That'd be something.
It'd be strange.
My number 6 is Pulp Heroes. Specifically, Tarzan, Conan, John Carter, Solomon Kane, Zorro, The Phantom, Doc Savage, Professor Challenger from The Lost World. And I have Sherlock Holmes, question mark. I don't know if he counts as a pulp hero, but he's, a Victorian era character. I think that'd be fun.
I think those would be cool.
Yeah. Edgar Rice Burroughs is great, and Robert E. Howard. Basically, I want their characters. Call the Conqueror. Pulp Heroes.
My number 5 is the girl with the dragon tattoo. I really only care about Lisbeth
Is that the girl
Salander.
with the dragon tattoo?
Yes. The other characters I really don't care about, but I suppose she should have like a villain.
I saw the movie, the American movie, the David Fincher one, and I didn't like it at all. She's an interesting looking character. I didn't dislike the movie because of the character designs. I thought it was just a dark, creepy, unsettling movie.
It is.
It was a good movie. I didn't enjoy the experience of watching it. Not to poo-poo your decision. My number 5, Dune. Not necessarily the film or TV adaptations, but like the novel by Frank Herbert. You have Muad'Dib, the Fremen. I think that'd be really good. Baron Harkonnen. Leto, when he turns into Emperor Leto after he turns into a sandworm in the later novels. If you've read the novels, you'll know what I'm talking about. Duncan Idaho, perhaps the greatest sci-fi character of all time. He's in all of them, where he keeps dying and they keep resurrecting him as a clone. You got to read the Dune books. The first one's great. Each sequel is worse and worse and worse, but they're worth reading because they just get so weird.
How many are there?
I think there's at least 5 or 6 official ones written by Frank Herbert, but then his son, Brian Herbert, took it over, and he's written just like a dozen awful, awful novels.
That's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. What are we on? Oh.
4.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, my number 4. I'm looking down on it. I have regrets.
Oh, so do I. I did this for a reason. Oh, well, whatever. Hannah Hart.
Okay. You're a big fan.
Sure.
Well, they could just do Camp Dakota pops.
Okay.
I mean, do you want Grace Helbig and Mamrie Hart as well?
Sure.
You did this for a reason, you said. Well, what's that reason?
I thought maybe if I said Hannah Hart in our video, she would watch it and then, I don't know, do something.
Oh, Hannah Hart, our friend, who we've met. Insert picture here.
Yep.
My Drunk Kitchen.
My Drunk Kitchen.
Check it out. It's a funny show. If not for Hannah Hart, you wouldn't be on YouTube, right? Was she an inspiration of yours?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this just got really weird.
Kind of related to your number 4 pick, Hannah Hart, is my number 4 pick, Rambo. I'm a big Sylvester Stallone fan. Legitimately and ironically. Like, I used to watch his movies a lot as a kid, obviously, because I grew up in the 80s. And my brother and I really loved him, especially Rocky. We saw all the Rockies in the theater. And I was going to originally say Stallone in general. There is a Rocky pop. I don't think they're the best pops. But then I was thinking about his other, what do they have, cliffhanger pop? Rambo. You know, the shirtless, holding machine gun, headband. Rambo. I think that'd be a fun pop.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
I possibly redeemed myself a little bit here.
We'll see. I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. The Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if it's based off the books or the movies. I really enjoy both. I assume they would go with the movies because Jennifer Lawrence is like the most famous person in the world right now.
She's up there. Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Donald Sutherland.
Yep.
Who, if not for the Hunger Games, I don't think you would know who Donald Sutherland was. Like, I would have said Donald Sutherland, and you'd go, I don't know who that is. So it's cool that kids today know Donald Sutherland. My number 3 is Blackadder.
Okay.
Do you know Blackadder?
I have heard someone say Blackadder. My college roommate told me to, I don't know, whatever it is. Watch it? Read it? I don't know.
It's like a British sitcom.
Okay.
It took place in various different... Each season was a different time period about a character named Blackadder from the same family line. They got Percy and the Queen, Melchi, Baldric. Do you know who these characters are? They're all... Lord Flashheart. I need a Lord Flashheart pop. I think that'd be really great. Blackadder.
I cheated.
Okay.
My number 2 is still Daria.
Still not gonna happen.
I know.
You do have a custom Daria by Kate
do,
Russell.
But she broke.
She broke. But she's still cool. Insert picture of your custom by Kate Russell. We'll have her contact info if you want to have her do you a custom.
She is really neat.
My number 2 is Mystery Science Theater 3000, which was a long-running comedy show, you know, where they made fun of movies. You know,
yeah.
You haven't.
I know it.
You can have Joel and Mike. I'm not going to get into the debate of who's better, Joel or Mike, but I'm more of a Mike fan. But I love Joel. You'd have Dr. Forrester, Crow, T-Robot, Tom Servo, Frank, TV's Frank, who we met at, what was it, the horror convention?
Crypticon.
He would be a perfect, he already is a living Funko.
We're on to number 1,
okay.
Which if I cheated for number 2, means I cheated for number 1. Xena.
Your dog. I made that same joke last time.
Yes. Which I really would like one of my dog. That would be fun. But I still really want a Lucy Lawless pop.
You should start a petition. No, I'm serious. You should start a petition, like an online petition, asking people to sign it. And we'll post it on Twitter. We can make a video about it, trying to get a Xena pop.
How do I do that?
I don't know. We'll look into it.
Okay. I will start it if we can figure out how.
Stay tuned. Okay, my number 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Lazarus Long. Do you know who Lazarus Long is?
No.
He's a character.
I don't know who Lazarus from the Bible is.
I believe that's where the name was taken. He's a character in a bunch of sci-fi novels and stories by Robert Heinlein. He's a great character. He's one of the most underrated sci-fi icons of all time. He's great. Before there was Han Solo or Mal from Firefly, Lazarus Long was the original rogue. He first appeared, I think, in Methuselah's Children, and then he's an immortal.
Okay.
But he flies. He's got spaceships and he travels through time. And the pop would be, you'd have to be holding like a gun, and he always usually wears a kilt. He's basically an immortal spacefaring Scotsman. He's American. His name is Woodrow Wilson Smith, but he's of Scottish ancestry, I believe, and he wears a kilt usually. Robert Heinlein was a crazy libertarian, borderline fascist, and his Lazarus Long is kind of his avatar that he writes about, his alter ego that he puts in his novels. And he's a great character. He's got all these great quotes. They even published like a book called The Notebook of Lazarus Long that's just quotes from Lazarus Long. Would have been awesome if 20, 30 years ago they had made a Lazarus Long movie starring Sean Connery. That would have been great. Anyway, yeah, that's my number one. And I'm standing by it. I'm not going to get a petition going for that.
Okay.
So what are your most wanted pops? Right down below. Start a dialogue. What do you think of our choices, and what are your choices?
Which list was weirder, this one or the first one?
This one. The first list has some legitimate choices, some of which are now pops.
Only one of mine.
Yeah, but still.